How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation Ready Set Play sale is running from now until August 26th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. If any physical editions exist, you can find them down in the description, but with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $10, 50% off, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is a stunning revival of the iconic 2009 blockbuster, rebuilt for a new generation with fully remastered visuals. Relive the legendary single-player campaign as Task Force 141 battles across globe-spanning missions, now featuring improved textures, animations, physically based rendering, and high dynamic range lighting that breathe new life into a celebrated franchise classic. It's a 93 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $9, 70% off, Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered is a story-driven action-adventure following an assassin turned Templar during the French and Indian War. You'll hunt former allies, uncover far-reaching conspiracies, and navigate a morally complex world of shifting loyalties as you explore detailed North American environments while commanding the Morrigan in naval combat featuring enhanced weapons and dynamic sea encounters. It's a 74 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $7, 75% off, Assassin's Creed Unity sends you to 1789 Paris as the French Revolution erupts, following Arnaud on a personal quest for redemption that pulls him into conspiracies shaping the nation's violent upheaval. You'll free run across rooftops, slip through packed crowds, and infiltrate grand landmarks recreated with stunning detail, using stealth and refined close-quarters combat to uncover the forces manipulating the city's violent collapse. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $9, 85% off, Assassin's Creed Origins is an action-adventure RPG set in ancient Egypt where you explore deserts, cities, tombs, and the Nile while uncovering the origin of the Assassin's Brotherhood. You'll battle factions and beasts, sail along the river, loot and master weapons with varying characteristics, develop your skills through progression systems, and engage in strategic combat that rewards planning, timing, and precision. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $9, 40% off, Bully is a hilarious and rebellious open-world adventure that mixes Rockstar's signature humor, original gameplay, and a satirical, over-the-top look at school life full of mischief and chaos. You play as Jimmy Hopkins, a mischievous teenager navigating the corrupt and chaotic Bulworth Academy, standing up to bullies, scheming against rivals, and dealing with the absurdities of students, teachers, and faculty. It's an 87 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7, 75% off, Far Cry 3 Classic Edition is a first-person shooter set on the dangerous Rook Islands, surviving against pirates, mercenaries, and deadly wildlife while exploring a lush, living ecosystem. You can tackle missions stealthily with knives and silenced weapons or go full assault with guns, explosives, and vehicles, while side missions, crafting, and outpost liberation expand gameplay and offer endless replayability. It's an 89 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $9, 85% off, Far Cry 5 is an open-world first-person shooter set in Hope County, Montana, battling the fanatical Eden's Gate cult led by the charismatic Joseph Seed, while sparking a full-scale resistance across a lawless rural landscape. Explore the world solo or in two-player co-op, liberating regions in any order using a wide mix of guns, vehicles, and animal companions like Cheeseburger and Boomer across forests, farms, and small towns. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Crow Country is a survival horror game that blends eerie exploration with challenging puzzles, atmospheric storytelling, and a deeply mysterious story. Navigate the abandoned theme park of Crow Country, uncover hidden secrets, and piece together the truth behind Edward Crow's disappearance while confronting strange monsters and disturbing events, with every step demanding careful observation and problem solving. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $7, 75% off, Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition Complete Edition is a haunting puzzle platformer collection that includes the Enhanced Edition of Little Nightmares and the Secrets of the Maw expansion, delivering the full twisted tale in one upgraded package. Experience the Maw in 60 FPS with improved resolution and visual effects, and sneak through grotesque environments as Six while evading monstrous residents. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $9, 70% off, Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered is the definitive collection of Lara Croft's original globe-trotting adventures, lovingly restored with enhanced visuals, modern controls, and all expansion content. Explore perilous tombs, ancient ruins, and mythical locations across the world as you solve intricate puzzles and uncover legendary treasures in the iconic trilogy that defined an entire era of action-adventure gaming. It's an 83 average on game rankings, average trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 110 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $5, 70% off, Darkwood is an atmospheric survival horror that relies on dread, careful planning, and resource management rather than cheap jump scares, immersing players in a uniquely haunting experience. By day, you explore and scavenge the eerie forests of the Soviet bloc, while at night you hunker down to survive against relentless supernatural forces that stalk the woods, threatening your sanity as you navigate an ever-changing world. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $8, 80% off, Vampyr is a narrative-driven action RPG set in 1918 London, where you play as Dr. Jonathan Reed, a physician newly turned vampire torn between his duty to heal and his growing thirst for blood. You'll stalk the city's fog-drenched streets, battling vampire hunters and supernatural foes while deciding who to feed on to survive, with every death reshaping the intricate web of relationships among London's desperate citizens. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $10, 67% off, Lords of the Fallen is a challenging dark fantasy action RPG set in a vast, interconnected world of the living and dead, filled with secrets, treasures, and formidable foes. Master punishing combat with hundreds of weapons or arcane magic, explore an overhauled world with improved movement and controls, and experience shared progression online co-op, including a free Friends Pass to bring friends along even if they don't own the game. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $8, 80% off, The Evil Within 2 is an atmospheric survival horror following Detective Sebastian Castellanos as he descends once again into the warped world of STEM to rescue his lost daughter. The decaying cityscape constantly shifts between dream and nightmare, testing your sanity as grotesque creatures lurk in the dark and twisted memories resurface, all while you explore semi-open environments filled with hidden dangers. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $9, 40% off, Max Payne is a gritty, story-driven third-person shooter following a fugitive cop framed for murder, struggling to clear his name while uncovering the truth behind his slain family amid New York's violent streets during a brutal, unforgiving blizzard. You navigate dark urban environments, utilizing the iconic bullet time mechanic to dodge bullets and unleash cinematic gunplay that redefine the genre. It's an 89 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 25 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $9, 40% off, Red Dead Revolver is an arcade-style third-person shooter set in a vast, lawless Wild West driven by revenge and justice. You play as a hardened bounty hunter using precision gunplay, dead-eye duels, and fast-paced combat across stylized, score-based levels that emphasize action over realism while delivering a classic, pulpy tale of vengeance on the untamed frontier filled with ruthless shootouts. It's a 75 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $6, 75% off, Nobody Wants to Die is a noir-style narrative adventure set in New York 2329, where immortality comes at a cost and the lines between right and wrong blur. Play as Detective James Cara, investigating a serial killer who targets the city's elite, using time manipulation augmentations and advanced technology to reconstruct events and expose dark secrets in a society where death is a distant memory and morality is optional. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $9, 75% off, Blasphemous 2 Mea Culpa Edition continues the brutally beautiful Metroidvania saga as the penitent one, returning to confront the miracle across a dark new land filled with monstrous foes and a narrative steeped in sin and redemption. Master new weapons, customize your combat skills, and tackle the Wounds of Eventide DLC and Mea Culpa expansion, which adds a quest to reforge the legendary blade alongside new areas and enemies. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $6, 75% off, Overcooked 2 is a chaotic co-op party game that sends you back to the Onion Kingdom to save the world once again through frantic kitchen action and fast-paced teamwork challenges under pressure. With local and online multiplayer for up to 4 players, constantly shifting kitchens filled with hazards, and a wide variety of recipes like sushi, burgers, and cakes, it delivers non-stop teamwork-driven chaos and laughs. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $7, 75% off, Amnesia The Bunker is a first-person horror game from the creators of Soma and Amnesia, plunging you into a desolate World War I bunker armed with only one bullet and a noisy dynamo flashlight as you confront oppressive, nightmarish terrors lurking in the dark. Play as French soldier Henri Clement, scavenging scarce supplies, crafting tools, and navigating a semi-open bunker that changes with every playthrough. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Yakuza 4 Remastered is an action-adventure crime drama that follows Kazuma Kiryu, Shun Akiyama, Taiga Seijima, and Masayoshi Tanemura as they investigate a murder tied to the Tojo clan. Switch between 4 fighting styles across Kamurocho streets, tackle side stories and minigames like hostess clubs and underground arenas, and unravel a conspiracy fueled by money, power, and a mysterious woman at its center. It's an 80 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Yakuza 5 Remastered expands the Dragon of Dojima's saga across 5 interconnected cities, 5 playable protagonists, and a sprawling story about loyalty, ambition, and the unbreakable bonds that tie the Yakuza together. After trying to live a quiet life as a cab driver, Kiryu is once again drawn into Japan's criminal underworld as tensions between the Tojo clan and Omi Alliance threaten to ignite a full-scale, bloody war. It's an 84 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Yakuza 6 The Song of Life follows Kazuma Kiryu 3 years after Yakuza 5 as he seeks a quiet life, only to find Haruka in a coma and her young son Haruto in danger. To protect Haruto, Kiryu travels to Onomichi in Hiroshima, navigating a merciless underworld of rival Yakuza factions, relying on unlikely allies, and exploring a richly detailed city filled with side activities, minigames, hidden secrets, and tense street brawls. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $9, 40% off, Manhunt is a stealth-based horror action game where you play as a man forced into a deadly game of survival in Carcer City, a decaying Rust Belt town where violence is entertainment and no one is safe. Run, hide, and fight to survive against ruthless gangs, corrupt law enforcement, and hunters who kill for sport, using improvised weapons, the environment, and stealth tactics to outsmart and eliminate your pursuers. It's a 77 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Moss is a single-player VR action-adventure puzzle game where you guide a courageous mouse through an enchanting world filled with hidden secrets, enemies, and ancient magic. What begins as a simple journey evolves into an epic quest as Quill discovers a mysterious glass relic and sets out to save her uncle, requiring clever puzzle solving, engaging combat, and exploration of beautifully crafted environments. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.